Hello everyone, this is the Alley Man. I'm showing you how to make a basic tire in Zmodeler2. In the last one we finished texturing on the side, one of the sidewalls on the tire. Now I'm going to texture these properly, the ones where the rim starts, right here. And I have those still selected. And what I want to do is I'm going to go up to vertex mode, and in your left view window you want to right click. Let me take off separated. Right click, mapping, edit, and then generate new. You also want to generate a new one for this one as well. You click that, hit OK. If you go over here to your UV mapper, you may not see it here because we named it a different material. We named it texture 2. We go to texture 2, and you can see it right here, like so. Go up here to object mode, and you can highlight it and select it, and you can move it. We're going to move it over down to this portion right here. I'm going to go ahead and move that like so. Try to get it as close as to the center as I can. Reset my axes, display, local axes, keep object, offset, centered object. Come back over here, left click once and it centers it right in the center. Now you want to go to modify, scale, and you want to make sure your X and Y axes are still on. Come down here, left click and hold, and then move down with it like so, where it's inside that texture. You don't want it to be on the outside, like that. And as if you can see over here in this perspective window, you can tell we got those will look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and deselect that. Go to select, quadra, hold control, right click, drag, hold and drag, and then let go, and it deselects those. Okay. Go back up here where you got it in object mode, hit the faces mode button first, and highlight your object in the front or left view, left click once, and you're back again to your faces mode. Deselect those like so. Now you want to select the ones on the inside. Go to separated, select separated, highlight one of those, right click once, and all of those are selected. Okay, take that off, put quadra on, select quadra, and since I don't want to edit these, I don't want to generate a new mapping for these. I'm just going to select the old one. First you want to assign the texture to it, materials editor, pick the number 2 one because that's the one that has your reflection map. Assign, say OK. If you look over here, you can see that it's assigned to it. Go back up here to vertex mode. Either the left or front view, really doesn't matter. Right click, mapping, edit, and then you want to choose your select old mapping. You don't want generate a new one. Say OK. And if you look over here, you can see it right here. Go to objects mode, and then you can move it, modify, move. I want it in this little texture that I placed down here at the very bottom, so I'm going to get that as close as I can to that. Now I want to scale that down where it comes up right inside. So you want to make sure that you move your axes. You want to just move your axes on this one where it's right up in the corner of this. So you want to go modify, move, click the box next to it, and just check the pivot, move pivot only. And if I move in a little bit closer so you can see, if I highlight it, you can see where the axis is at, way over to the left. I want to go move left to right, so I'll take off the Y axis. Highlight that, left click and hold, and just move it over. Let me zoom in some more so I can set it precisely where I want it at. I want it about right there, right on it. You can tell it's right on it, on the edge. Now I can scale it. Take that off. Move, instead of move, you want to scale. And take your X-axis off and turn your Y-axis on. Come down here, hold your left click, hold, and then you want to move down. It brings it up. Keep going until you get it inside, or however big your texture is. It doesn't have to be like this, but I just did this for the purpose of showing you how to texture. About right there. And I want to make it wider. Take off the Y, turn on the X, left click, hold, move up, brings it out. There we go. Looks pretty good. I like that. And if we look over here in the perspective window, you can see how it looks, like so. Dehighlight those, deselect them, I should say, not dehighlight. Deselect. Go up here to faces mode. Click on, highlight your object, left click once, and you deselect those. So we're finished texturing this tire right here. So all I have to do is adjust the outside where it comes in a little bit closer. Maybe make the rim part or the hubcap part a little bit smaller. And what I want to do is I want to make sure I'm in selected mode, quadra, and then have vertex mode on, like so. I don't need this anymore, so I can change that to 3D view window if I wanted to, like so, so you can tell what's going on, like so. I want to bring these ones in, all the ones that's pretty wide where the rim starts. I want to bring those in a little bit closer to the center. Since I'm in quadra mode, I'll select those. I'll show you right here. Just right click, hold, and drag till you select all those. Go all the way around. Look around, make sure you don't have anything else selected. Like I got this portion back here selected. Hold control, right click, hold and drag. It deselects those. Make sure you don't have anything else selected except for those. That's all you want selected. Okay. Place it in X and Y. Scale. You got modify, scale. Come up here to your left view window, and in the center of it, left click, hold. And if you move down, it moves in those vertices in. About that much. That's what I want it to be right there. If you look over here, looks like a tire. Like so. Now deselect all those. Like that. And pick the center ones, the ones on the inside. Like this. Almost there. And do the same thing. Left click, hold. Come down. You see how it's coming down. Make it a little bit smaller. Rim, hubcap, whatever you want to call it. Like so. Now I just want to deselect the ones on the front, but keep the ones in the back selected. So I just want to hold control in my front view window, right click, hold and drag, and just get the front ones, deselect those. The back end ones are still selected. Go to your front view window, left click and hold, and then move up to where you see those going back out, like so. If you look over here, they're coming out. If you check inside your 3D window, you can see how they're going out a little bit more, like so. Okay. On the next video, I'll show you how to finish this off because I'm running out of time on this. Thank you very much, and good luck.